Hello, we are going to talk today about how to file an eviction. This is a complicated process, and I am definitely not an attorney. I'm a licensed agent in Georgia. I specifically work in Savannah, Georgia, so Chatham County is where I have done all of my evictions. I have actually evicted short-term rental guests, medium-term rental guests, and also long-term tenants and squatters. So I've done quite a bit. Again, I'm not an attorney. I don't even know if I'm an expert, but I've definitely done a bunch. I had a friend reach out for help yesterday, and I said, we need a video. It would make things so much easier. I welcome your feedback on this. Again, I'm not perfect. I'm going to bumble around a little bit, but this is going to speed you up quite a bit. So an eviction is called a dispossessory affidavit. I don't know who came up with that, but it is what it is. So I brought this, to the first screen so you would see this word dispossessory. This is important. So here in Georgia, I cannot speak about any other state, but in Georgia, we do an e-file system. It's called e-file GA, and there are a lot of different counties on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you how I file. Let's see. So I'm going to sign into my account on e-file GA. And of course my internet's rolling kind of slow. So this is my account, and you can see that I've filed other cases. The funny thing is when I first started and even now, I'll get them declined, because I missed something. It's very complicated, and that's why I'm making this video. It's not hard. You don't have to have an attorney. You can legally do this yourself. It's up to you. And I kept being advised when I first was doing this, get an attorney, get an attorney. I said, no, I'm a property manager. I'm going to learn this myself. And I just want to encourage you that you can as well. So this is what they call the envelope. But before we go here, I want to show you one other thing. So Chatham County, Georgia is, again, where I work. Okay, so you are going to have to go based on your county and your state. So I'm only speaking about Chatham County, Georgia right now, but this definitely applies to Georgia. So again, the magistrate court is the one that handles the dispossessories, and a dispossessory is an eviction. So the first thing, the first place you want to start is the magistrate court. So I went to courts.chathamcountyga.gov. Okay, this is an absolutely correct site. You don't have to stress about that when you go straight to their site. No worries. So under magistrate court, I'm going to go to forms, which I believe is the site where I am right now. I just want to show you this. So step one is, okay, so here we have dispossessory forms. Okay, this is step one. So I'm going to find here dispossessory warrant for individuals or company. So I'm going to just keep it very simple. So this is a PDF, which I have already downloaded. Okay. This is not overly fabulous. It is, actually, you can't even really type in here. And we're going to go through this. So that is the first step. And, I have it already filled out. So here is my dispossessory that I filled out earlier. So I did highlight some things in red. Okay, so the plaintiff is going to be the landlord or the property manager. So it can either be the owner or the property manager. It does not have to, I don't know. But I have always evicted from an LLC. So I'm going to show you that, but I'll also show you how to do it. If the house is in your personal name, let's say your name is John Smith, this would say John Smith right here. It needs to say the owner of the property under plaintiff. Okay. Now I'm going to pretend for this example that it's in an LLC because most investment real estate is in an LLC, but just be aware this is okay. So I put my LLC, which is fake, 123 Main Street, Savannah, Georgia, which is also fake. I also made some fake defendants. Okay. The plaintiff is the landlord or the property manager. The defendant are the people that I'm assuming have not been paying rent. So this is important. I have listed out Jane Doe, John Doe, and all occupants. There's a reason for this. So Jane Doe is going to arguably be the wife, and John Doe is arguably the husband, but this could be Jane Smith and John Doe. This could be, I don't even know who's on the lease. Okay. But everyone on the lease, you need to list them separately. That is important. And then I really advise you to put all occupants. This is optional. It's up to you. I want everyone out. If I'm evicting, I want everyone out. And so if you evict Jane Doe and John Doe, but there are other people living there, you don't have any legal rights. You have to go through the process again. So I'm just giving you a little hack here. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but this is from my experience, what I had to do. And I kind of got my tail kicked on my first eviction because it was a property with multiple units and I didn't even know who was inside. And so I did speak to an attorney and he said, you need to put this on every dispossessory. So I actually have always done this. Okay. So just, this is important, all occupants. And then this is the property address. I've made this up. This is not, to my knowledge, an actual street in Savannah, but it might be 123 Blue Green Street, Savannah, Georgia. Okay. So this is very simple. This is a residential eviction. That's what I have primarily done. I've never actually evicted a commercial tenant, but I would if I needed to. Okay. I'm pretending that this is me. Okay. So actually, I probably filled this out wrong. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this to my LLC. I don't know how crazy, I've never actually had an issue with this, but it wouldn't hurt to just say, my name is Mary Smith and I'm for this LLC. So anyway, you have to take this to a notary. This is important. I've messed this up before, so I am highlighting it in red. Okay, I promise you, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. You don't know the case number. That's okay. You don't know a registered agent for defendant. That's also okay. That's why I have left this blank. You do need to check this. If you don't know, there is a box here. Plaintiff is unable to determine if defendant is a member of armed forces. Sometimes, like I said, I don't know. So it is very possible, to just, I made this in red, but you want to do it in black. So you want to check one of these things. This is important. Okay. You absolutely want to check this. Sometimes they won't leave. You cancel their lease and they've held over. Whatever the reason, just be sure and check this. This is obviously very important. You want possession of the premises. Typically, from my experience, there's past due rent. Now, if I have a squatter, that's a different situation. Usually you can get squatters out really quickly, but if they can say that they have some kind of right, you're going to have to establish, well, then I want this much rent. But typically we have a tenant with a lease in place. So you want to say they owe me $3,000 plus blah, blah, blah as court costs. Okay. I will get into that. I do write my leases and they say that there's going to be a $250 fine if we have to file an eviction. So if they're late and I go file an eviction and then they catch back up, they have to pay that $250 fine. Okay. And I have to disclose that. I have to have that in the lease. I really encourage you to put that in the lease. And so I'm going to put how much rent they owe me, including late fees. And I'm going to also put the court costs, $250. So just, you want to have a total here. And then you are going to have a notary sign here and you're going to sign here. Okay. This part is left blank and you're going to hang on to it, but I'm going to pretend that this is filled out. Okay. That we have a seal here. Okay. I'm just making this up, but just go with it. I know you love my handwriting. Seal. Okay. So we're going to say this is done. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Chatham County, Georgia. So I have my dispossessory warrant. Next, I'm going to, let's see. I'm sorry, I'm a little clunky. Okay, it's all on the same page. I forgot. This is why I'm making this video. So under statement of claim, this is also very important because remember I was showing you how we're evicting from an LLC and my name is, pretending to be Mary Smith. So this is a second very important thing when you're evicting from an LLC. You need this designation of agent form, okay? So again, we're going to fill this out. Plaintiff is my LLC, 123 Main Street. Versus defendants, and again, all occupants, Jane Doe, John Doe, same exact, it needs to all match. You don't know this, that's okay. And then I've already filled this out, so I will show you this. So here is my designation of agent form. So I filled it out. Again, everything has to match. This is the court system. They're going to kick it out if you don't get it to match. So make it match, okay? My LLC. And then here are the plaintiffs. And then I'm designating, my LLC is designating Mary Smith, who is a fake name, as a full-time employee or officer sworn this day, blah, blah, blah. So you're going to go get this, and we're going to, we're going to do a seal over here. Okay, so these are your 2 forms. So keep that in mind. All right. This is probably what's going to take you the most amount of time, is filling out these forms and going to a notary. Any bank will do it for free. You don't actually have to pay for a notary. I'll leave that up to you. So that concludes what we're going to do on the magistrate court. But just remember, magistrate does dispossessories. A dispossessory is an eviction. Now I'm going to go to e-file Georgia, and I'm going to pretend to file a fake eviction. I'm not going to actually file it. So I'm going to, again, it's free to get an account. I've already signed in. I have my whole history. So I'm going to start a filing. Now please bear with me. This could be kind of clunky, okay? It does. Sometimes I'm like, oh, it's a lot of stuff to remember. So we're going to start a new case. Okay, so I'm in Chatham County Magistrate Civil. This is not a criminal case. Okay, that is important. And then I'm going to file a dispossessory distress warrant. All right, $53. So you just follow the prompts. Okay, so party is going to be an entity. This is the plaintiff. Okay, I've definitely messed this up before. So my LLC, and then we have 123 Main Street. Okay. I'm not going to fill this out. Typically I would. Okay. I am going to, pro se means I'm representing myself. So I'm going to select that. This isn't even required, but anyway, I'm just saying I represent myself. Or my LLC. So that's okay. Save. Now we need defendants. Okay, so first is going to be Jane Doe. And typically I would fill this out. Okay, actually I'll just, let me see. 123 Green Blue Street. Oh, good. Sheesh. Okay. I'm not going to say whether or not she has an attorney. Don't click boxes if you don't know, like seriously. So I'm not going to check anything. So you're evicting a person, not an entity. Jane Doe, and then the property address, save. And then this is important. We have 3 defendants. Okay. We have John Doe. You understand you need to fill this out, but I'm just going to be quick. And then we have another one. All occupants, very important. So we technically have 3. Oh, no party typed. Oh. Defendant. See, I already made mistakes. Like, I'm telling you, it's, you just kind of have to work through it, but hopefully this will help. Defendant. Okay. All right. So we have our plaintiff and we have our defendants. This is important. We're getting there. So filings. This is where I'm going to get really clunky. So just please bear with me. So our filing is a dispossessory, and then Enter the document. Oh. Okay, so first is, let me see. I just want to triple check that I get this right. So dispossessory warrant, okay? So hopefully I spelled this right. I don't even know. Oh, I didn't spell it right. Okay, so this is, it's important to tell them what you're uploading. You don't necessarily, you don't need comments. So here I'm going to upload my dispossessory warrant. And then this is important, okay? There's a dispossessory fee for each defendant. So I'm going to select 3. I've messed this up before. That's how I know this. And then there is a stamp fee for whatever reason. They're going to mail it, I guess. I don't know. So we always want to do 1 stamp fee, and then you have to pay per defendant. So we have 3 defendants and 1 stamp fee. That has been my experience. Hopefully this helps you. I'm pretty sure it will. Okay. And then, that's my filing. And then I'm going to add more. Okay. And now I'm going to do let's see. So it's a dispossessory filed and then designation of agent form. And I'm going to select my file, which I already did and is totally legit. And then I don't think we're not going to pay anything for that. So I'm going to hit save. I think I am good. Cancel. Okay, I'm sorry. So I've got my fees. The main one is under this dispossessory warrant. You've got to have those 3 fees and the stamp fee. Okay, so next, service. You just go through the box. So here's the plaintiff, here's the defendant, and then other service contacts. I don't have any. Fees, this should be around $140, okay? I do have a payment account. I could swear back in the day, I was able to pass the fees off, but I can't anymore. So we're going to have to, pay this, and then let me hit calculate fees. But again, I'm going to build that into what I'm charging the tenant. And this is correct. It's usually around $150 to file. So we've got the warrant fee, we have the service fee for 3 defendants, and a stamp fee. I don't know why that is, but whatever. Then we have a $14 service fee. So this is correct, okay? And we're almost there. And so then we go to our summary. And this is going to file over to the court, okay? So this is the step that I'm not going to do, but you would want to accept, and say, hey, I swear it. I don't want to accept it because that would be illegal. But that's it. Like, it's a really cool system. It's going to send over to the magistrate court, and then the magistrate court is going to take it from there. They're going to reach out to the occupants. If the occupants choose to fight it, you're going to get a court date in the mail. It's very important to check your mail. Everything is going to come through the mail. You can also call the magistrate court. They actually are very helpful. So if it's been 4, 5, 6 days and you haven't heard anything, I would call and just say, hello. Once I submit this, I'm going to have a claim number. I obviously am not going to submit it today, but, just feel free to call and ask for help. I have only learned how to do this by calling and saying, I miss, whoever at the magistrate court, I'm struggling. Can you help me? I had my envelope denied or whatever. So, I really hope this helps. It's just a lot of steps, but once you're able to see it in person, it actually isn't that bad. And I truly hope this video helps you. Please feel free to criticize it. If I did something wrong, please comment below. If you want more videos like this, please comment below. I am not perfect. I am not a lawyer. I am a mere real estate agent who is also a property manager. And I don't enjoy filing these, but it is a necessary part of the process. I have found that a lot of times once I file a dispossessory, which I don't want to do, but typically the tenant goes, oh no, I'm in trouble. I mean, I need to catch up on rent, and they will. So unfortunately, that's what the law is there, is to protect us and help me protect the owner. That's my job. And so, anyway, we've had pretty good luck with saying, hey, Mr. Jane Doe and Mr. John Doe, we don't want you to leave, but we did have to file this. And in order to get out of it, you need to get caught up. Once you have filed, do not accept anything but a full payment, because if you even accept $10 or $1 from this tenant, it starts the process over again. So just, be aware of that. There's a lot of legal stuff that goes into evictions, but this is the actual filing that you would do in Chatham County, Georgia. So I hope it's helpful. I wish you all the best. And if there's anything I can do to be of service, please reach out.